Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that can completely change your life, your relationships, and your happiness. It's something many people struggle with, yet very few know how to practice. That something is setting boundaries. For a long time, I believed that being a good person meant saying yes to everyone. If someone needed help, I felt obligated to help. If someone asked for my time, I gave it. If someone crossed a line, I stayed quiet because I didn't want to upset them. I thought kindness meant always putting other people first. But over time, I realized I was constantly exhausted. I felt emotionally drained, stressed, and overwhelmed. I wasn't taking care of myself because I was so busy trying to take care of everyone else. That's when I learned one of the most important lessons of my life. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It's necessary. Many people hear the word boundaries and immediately think it means pushing people away or being rude. But healthy boundaries are not walls that keep people out. They're guidelines that protect your time, your energy, and your mental well-being. Think of your phone battery. If you never recharge it, eventually it dies. The same thing happens to us emotionally. If you keep giving your energy without taking time to recharge, you'll eventually have nothing left to give. You cannot pour from an empty cup. One of the biggest reasons people struggle to set boundaries is guilt. They worry they'll disappoint someone. They worry they'll seem selfish. They worry people won't like them anymore. But here's something important to remember. The people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. They may need time to adjust, but they won't expect you to sacrifice your well-being just to keep them happy. Sometimes the people who become upset when you set boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. That's a difficult truth, but it's one worth thinking about. Another lesson I learned is that saying no is a complete sentence. You don't always need a long explanation. You don't need to apologize for protecting your time. You don't need permission to rest. If you're tired, it's okay to say no. If something doesn't align with your values, it's okay to walk away. If someone constantly disrespects you, it's okay to create distance. Boundaries aren't about controlling other people. They're about deciding what you will and won't accept in your own life. Let's talk about emotional boundaries. Have you ever been around someone who constantly complains, criticizes, or creates drama? After spending time with them, you probably felt exhausted. That's because emotions are contagious. The people you spend the most time with have a powerful influence on your mindset. Protecting your peace sometimes means limiting the amount of time you spend in negative environments. It doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It means you care about your own mental health too. Another important boundary is protecting your time. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Every day you have only 24 hours. How you spend those hours shapes your future. If you constantly say yes to things that don't matter, you'll have less time for the things that do. Your dreams, your family, your health, your personal growth. Learning to protect your time is one of the greatest acts of self-respect. Now let's talk about something many of us struggle with: people-pleasing. People-pleasers often believe that everyone else's happiness is their responsibility. They avoid conflict. They overcommit. They say yes when they really want to say no. But here's the truth. You are not responsible for keeping everyone happy. You are responsible for living a healthy and balanced life. There's a big difference. One leads to peace. The other leads to burnout. Setting boundaries isn't always easy. In fact, it can feel uncomfortable at first. You may feel guilty. You may worry about what people think. You may even lose relationships that depended on you having no boundaries. But remember this: not every relationship is meant to last forever. Healthy relationships grow stronger when there is honesty, respect, and clear communication. If someone truly values you, they will also value your limits. One habit that helped me was asking myself one simple question before saying yes. If I say yes to this, what am I saying no to? Sometimes saying yes to someone else means saying no to your health. Sometimes it means saying no to rest. Sometimes it means saying no to your goals. That question helped me make better decisions. Protecting your peace also means protecting your mind. Be careful what you watch. Be careful what you listen to. Be careful who you follow online. Everything you consume affects the way you think. Choose content that encourages you instead of draining you. Choose relationships that inspire you instead of constantly pulling you down. Little by little, these choices shape your life. Remember, boundaries are not about building walls around your heart. They're about building doors. You decide who comes in. You decide what stays. And you decide what no longer belongs in your life. That is not selfish. That is wisdom. As we finish today's lesson, I want to leave you with this thought. Your peace is valuable. Don't trade it for approval. Don't trade it for guilt. Don't trade it for the fear of disappointing people. The people who truly love you will never ask you to lose yourself just to make them comfortable. Choose peace. Choose balance. Choose self-respect. Because when you protect your peace, you create space for joy, growth, healthy relationships, and a happier life. Thank you so much for watching. If this message encouraged you, please give this video a like, subscribe for more life lessons, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. What is one boundary you've learned to set that has made your life better? Until next time, take care of yourself, protect your peace, and remember this. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It's one of the greatest acts of self-respect you can practice.